Mathematicians, then. I invented group theory, which created a whole new framework for thinking about mathematics and provided solutions to a large class of difficult problems. Mathematicians now. I proved a special case of the Herbert-Baird conjecture on Wojcik ideals of rank 11. There are only 2 people in the world who can understand my work. Professor. I also put an advanced Fourier system on the main hallway chalkboard. The problem on the hallway chalkboard. 2 people walk into a basement. 3 people come out. How is that possible? Mathematicians. The third person is a negative individual. If one more person enters the basement now, it will be empty again. POV. You are the last available pigeonhole. Student. When am I ever going to use calculus? Baby bottle designer. Me returning to my pineapple to see that it has been turned into 2 pineapples using the Banach-Tarski paradox. Never ask a woman her age. A man, his salary. A mathematician, to prove something. When the function is analytic and the integral is over a closed curve. Remember, all number bases would refer to themselves as base 10. Until we meet again. Identity theft is not something to joke about. Cameraman never dies. Survivorship bias. I don't like statistics. I don't like calculus. I don't like linear algebra. You better watch your mouth. Spending the night in latex. Trick or treaters. Mathematicians. What others see. What I see. The 4 horsemen of hard-to-draw math symbols. Me learning that a 39-digit prime was found by hand calculations in 1876. When I'm in a finding new formula while sleeping competition and my opponent is Ramanujan. A single negative sign I forgot about. Me about to finish a long calculus problem. My aunt's wedding. Complex numbers in Desmos inauguration day. Thesis examiner. Can you tell me the real-world applications of your work? Math PhD students. No. Math in kindergarten. Math is fun and you can do it. Math in middle school. Math in undergrad. Math in grad school. Math is fun and you can do it. The probability that a random point in a square does not lie on a diagonal is 99.999%. Yes, it's less than 100%. No, 99.999% equals 100%. But that would mean it's impossible to randomly pick a point on a diagonal. Yes, using regression lines to extrapolate data points. Using Lagrange interpolation polynomials. Solving the question algebraically. Drawing everything to scale and measuring. When you take engineering to understand all the math memes, this little maneuver is going to cost us 51 years. Appears. Proves Poincaré conjecture. Refuses the Millennium Prize. Leaves. This paper is big enough to fit your proof. Fermat. Life when a vector is anything with magnitude and direction. Life when a vector is an element in a vector space. Me watching YouTubers say, it took over 300 pages to prove 1 + 1 = 2. Algebra. Colgebra. Analytic functions. Holomorphic functions. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. Open subset of the complex plane. They're the same picture. Normal. Regular. Mathematicians naming any concept. When you're a dad with a PhD in math and your kid needs help with partial fractions. A physicist. The limit is the value something is approaching as it gets nearer to a specific point. A mathematician. Well, yes, but actually no. Complex analysis. Looks inside. Calculus 2. If you increase a quarter by a third, you get a third. That feels weird, but I'll allow it. WinRAR. And the infinite 40-day trial. So much in that excellent formula. Math people scare me. Math people will be like, math works in mysterious ways to you. I get it though. And they do, and it's fucking terrifying. And if you ask them to elaborate, they will. But then you'll wish they didn't. Real numbers. Complex numbers. Quaternions. Bay. Come over. Me. I can't. We are linearly independent. Bay. My parents aren't home. Me. A matrix is just a list of where each basis vector gets sent under the corresponding linear transformation. Groundbreaking new mining pattern that is very efficient but hideous and horrible and awful to remember. Never ask a woman her age. A man, his salary. A math PhD, exactly how many standard decks of cards he has to shuffle, such that the probability of 2 being the same order is 50%. Painter setup, carpenter setup, IT setup. Mathematician setup. Calculator is optional. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. Topologists, they're the same picture. Topologists when they see a filled Klein bottle. 8 hours of topology, 30 seconds of analysis. Cutting-edge mathematics. Cost of blocks, $20. Cutting-edge physics. Cost of LHC, $9 billion. The set of all memes. A meme on the set of all memes. What about derivatives? Most functions have derivatives. Almost no functions have derivatives. What is a derivative? Never ask a woman her age. A man, his salary. A mathematician, who they work for. A pig without 3.14 is just 9.8. The graph looks like it's going up, so it'll go up. No. You need to run a time series forecasting model and analyze seasonal trends with Fourier or wavelet techniques. The graph looks like it's going up, so it'll go up. Math is not about numbers, it's about categories and the morphisms between them. Calc 1 students having hard times proving a question. Lagrange theorem. AI haters. LLMs aren't really thinking. It's all just linear algebra. Me. Well, first of all, through linear algebra, all things are possible, so jot that down. Tree 1, tree 2, tree 3. Me chopping my bully into thin slices to integrate him into my suitcase. Another day without needing to calculate the surface area of a cone. Average plus C fan. Average multiply by A enjoyer. Discovering Santa isn't real. Discovering the golden ratio occurrence in nature and art is just misinterpreting coincidences.